Hey y'all, I don't know what's going on with my days lately, but my days have been jacked up, okay? I was about to say happy Saturday. I thought Tuesday was Wednesday. Thought Tuesday was Monday. Like, I mean, I just been discombobulated. But I won't be before you long. I just want to give somebody some encouragement today and tell you guys what happened to me. Hopefully you can hear me over the bumps and stuff, because as you can see, I am driving. So I'm sitting here. I went and got my coffee this morning. As you can see, it's been gulped down. But I kept wasting my coffee on me, right? Because it was filled to the top. And you know how, like, sometimes where you pick up your cup and you go to drink it, and then, like, it starts spilling out over the top, right? So as I'm drinking it, it kept doing it. And I was like, well, why does it keep doing that? Like, it's not even that full. And so, like, the third time when it happened, because it was getting all over my clothes. So as I was, like, getting frustrated, because I'm like, okay, it's wasting all over my shirt. And so I put it down, and I was like, oh, I said, thank you, Lord. Overflow. I was like, oh, it's about to flow over. The cup finna run over so hard, you're not going to even be able to stop what God is doing. Like, the water, the anointing, the blessings, the abundance that's coming to you, you're not going to even be able to stop it. That's how much it's going to keep coming. It's going to flow because of your obedience to God, because your persistence when the enemy was chasing you. It's just going to be immaculate. Like, it's going to be awesome. And there's nothing you can do to stop what God's going to do for you. Even when you start doubting and you start worrying, because honestly, that's been me too, you know. And I found myself yesterday just slipping away into my thoughts and my doubts and my worrying. And God had been reminding me that in the midst of me doubting and worrying, God is still God. You know, there's a Bible verse that says basically that worrying doesn't add time to your day. Worrying doesn't do anything but take away joy. I don't know what Bible verse that is specifically, but it says, you know, basically sitting and worrying about something doesn't change the situation. It doesn't change what has happened, what's going to happen, what God has done, what God's going to do. You know, we do the best we can with what God has given us. And then whatever else we can't do, we allow God to do. But sometimes we get so much in over our head, we start trying to be God. And we start trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to do this? But God said, don't worry about the how, baby. Worry about the who. But you have to worry about the who. You don't even have to worry about the who. You have to ask yourself, who's the who in your situation? Are you the who, or are you allowing God to be the who in the how? Because if it's in God's hand, you don't have to worry about how it's going to happen, because you know whose hand it is in. But if you're the who and you're putting it in your hands, of course you're going to have to worry about how it's going to happen, because you're a man, you're a human, you're a woman, you're a male. So our resources are limited. We are daughters and sons of the God of the universe, of the Creator. He created each and everything. So He created each and every resource that's going to be available unto you to be able to bring you abundance and blessings. God's resources are unlimited. He'll have people blessing you out of season. He'll have people blessing you who was once cursing your name, who was once tearing you through the dirt. He'll have those same people who didn't think that you were going to make it, congratulating you on how far you've come. He'll have those same people who's watching you, trying to figure out what's the secret sauce, what's the secret to your success. And whole time, there is no secret. It's God's favor. It's God's abundance in your life. It's the call that you were given by God. And people will continue to follow you. And you don't even know how much influence you carry. You don't even know how many people are being admired, or who are admiring you in admiration about what you're doing. Those same people will be revealed by the way they congratulate you, the way they show up for you, the way God would allow them to bless you. So you can't worry about people. You got to worry about God and what He spoke. So don't worry about the how. Worry about whose hand you're putting it in. Because if you're putting your situation in God's hand, He's got it under control. He don't need no help. He don't need no help. And I just want to let you know that God's abundance is so good, it's everlasting. I was reminded of Proverbs 10:22. The riches that God adds unto you does not bring any sorrow. No sorrow. And I thought that was so good, because recently there's been so many things like trying to come to me, through the wrong people. And I had to realize that wasn't God. That's the enemy trying to give you a treat that has hidden agendas behind it. So you have to ask yourself, does this take away from me, or does it add to me? Does it bring sorrow, or does it bring joy? And if the answer is no, that it brings sorrow and takes joy, then you know that thing is not from God. So yeah, that's the encouragement that I want to give you today. Don't compromise in the blessings. Don't sabotage yourself from walking outside of God's grace by taking something that is sent by the enemy, because God adds unto us, and what He gives us brings no sorrow. It will bring joy in abundance. So the only tears you'll be crying is tears of joy. And don't forget that I don't know what you're going through, but whatever you're going through it don't matter at this point, because your cup is about to overflow. The tears that you've cried, the nights of sleeplessness are over. The only tears you're going to be crying now are tears of joy, because those days are coming to an end. God is about to overflow in your life in so many amazing ways, opening doors that have been closed for so long. So don't worry about what you see today. Worry about what God spoke. And I'll give you an example. I ordered a new card for my account, and the card was supposed to be here in 14 days. It hasn't even been 5 days, and I got the card yesterday in the mail. I seen it on my delivery thing. My phone went crazy. But I seen it on my delivery notifications, and I saw the name of the card in the mail, and I was just like, well, what is this? I'm thinking that it may be like a notification or something, because I'm like, it hasn't been, I don't think it's been 5 full days. And I was just like, what? I wasn't expecting this. It goes back to what I told you guys with expedited promises. God is getting things to you fast. The tables are turning, and they're turning in your favor. So I hope this encourages you to just keep going the course. I know that it's been hard, because like I tell you guys, it's been so hard for me. I can't sit here and lie. I'm not going to lie. It has been a tough time. And I think of all the things that I've experienced in my lifetime, I think this has by far been the hardest 3 months of my life. The hardest 3 months. And I say that because I'm really doing my best to please God, doing my best to honor Him, to keep His commandments, regardless of what I want to do, even when it doesn't make sense. And the enemy ain't happy about that. So he wants me to forfeit. He wants you to forfeit and go back to living a life where you're in control. But don't go back. Because your obedience is gonna earn you so much favor with God, and not really earn you favor with God, but it's gonna, because of your obedience, God is gonna be so proud of you. Because God doesn't move off our works. Let me be clear. It doesn't matter what you do in this world; it can never amount to what Jesus did for us on the cross. So your works don't amount to a lot of things. Honestly, sometimes, you do good works and it pleases God, but you can never work to get favor from God. So let me correct and be clear on that. Don't go out here thinking you're going to just be doing this and that, because God knows our heart and He knows your intention. So if you're out here trying to just do things to please God, that ain't going to cut it. It's deeper than that. But be obedient to Him. Follow His voice. Follow His commandments. Keep His commandments, regardless of what it looks like. And don't run from where God has told you to go, even though it may feel harder than you thought. So yeah, I just want to encourage you that your tears does not go unseen. God sees all. He hears your prayers, and in due time, at his appointed time, they will be answered. But I thought that was so good, because I kept saying, why does my cup keep running over? Like, why is it spilling over on me? I'm drinking it down. But I was like, come on, Lord. Overflow. That's a blessing in itself. God is about to do so many things in your life where it ain't gonna make sense. You're about to have so many unusual things happen. Things that wouldn't typically happen are happening because of God's hand in your life, and because of your obedience to him. And not even just your obedience, but because of your love for him, because you have a heart for him. And it's not perfect, and I say that all the time, because people think that you have to come to God perfect. You come to God and just be yourself. God honors that. He'll work on you. So go have a great day, and don't let what you see discourage you from what God spoke, because it's about to overflow. It's about to overflow. And people gonna be mad. They're gonna be questioning. They're gonna be wondering. But it's between you and God. Like, seriously. I know that there's people who wonder, like, how she making it, or how this, how that. God. And that's why my vlogs that I do, the vlogs is literally named Vividly Living on Grace. I'm literally, I can't talk with these braces. I'm literally living off of God's grace. And that's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I can be honest about it. It's the hardest thing I've had to do. Today makes the 3rd month exactly. I left my job on 12/29. Today is 3/29. And today makes the 3rd month exactly. But yeah, 3 months exactly. And remember to just trust God, because like I said, it has been hard. It's been very hard, because I don't think I've ever gone this hard for God, like being completely obedient and surrendering. Like, it reminds me of when the part in the Bible where Jesus told the man to, leave the dead to bury themselves, leave everything behind and follow me. And being real, I can understand why he walked away. Like, you want me to leave all my precious jewels behind? But you gotta surrender and give it to God, and don't hold those things as idols, because what you left behind doesn't even exceed or even come close to what God is bringing to you because of your obedience. So trust him.